No news is bad news when you're hoping for a zoosadist to be put away. So I'd like to take this tense lull in Isabella info to address 4 types of common comments being posted to my videos or DM'd to my Twitter, which I made just for you to be able to talk to me privately, by the way. Let me first bring you 3 updates that are worth your notice. First, Zorgoth. On 9 August 2021, a former Texas Tech student operating under the handle Zorgoth TDK or Zorgoth engaged Kiwi Farms user Gunt Gallop. Man, you gotta love these usernames. In a Discord interview. If that first handle is familiar to you, you're likely aware that this is the same gentleman who was the subject of a Title IX investigation himself for a racist meme he posted in 2019 in a private Discord offshoot from the TTU's esports club. Although his actions were sufficient for Bella to reach out and invite him to her chess club Discord, I won't speak on him specifically. What he did was a fishbowl to Bella's ocean, and all available logs reflect him being quite distant from the cult. I've updated that same MediaFire link again, by the way, so please help yourself if you can stomach it. The first item of interest, the least proven, and one I certainly hope isn't true, but Zorgoth was sincerely stunned it wasn't common knowledge, is that Zorgoth alleges that Bella compiled a collection of child pornography, which stands in line with Zoe's similar affirmations of Bella posting pictures of provocatively dressed children, including herself, in the original chess Discord and fantasizing about raping them. Make of that what you will, but I refer you to Kami Dick Girl's interview with her, and I'll post some thoughts she shared with me as well soon enough. The next and most proven item of interest is that Zorgoth provided evidence that Bella plotted to engender Chris Chan's suicide since at least April of 2020. That's a long time to carry on what she claims was a mere practical joke, huh? And finally, Zorgoth corroborates the many reported accounts of Bella sexually assaulting or harassing her classmates, including offering massages for the purposes of groping them. And this brings me to the Reddit screenshot you've probably seen by now. Some background first, Texas Tech is permanently banning anyone who posts about Bella's actions and their irresponsibility for years towards her on Reddit, and they're also blocking anyone who tweets them about it. I plan to elaborate on TTU's mishandling of this in another video. Now, speaking of the interview with this Redditor, you already know that this user, going by Candace, which is finally a normal handle, reported Bella multiple times only to be ignored by TTU. Her specific incident is frightening. She explains that Bella accused her male roommate of trying to sexually assault her because Candace wouldn't let her tase her. Keep that taser in mind for a minute. She further elaborates that she received images of Bella killing the hamster she boiled alive in Lewis's kitchen, and a thorough essay accounting her raping another student, but was again ignored by the university. The only other thing of interest available right now is that both she and her roommate believe Bella to be a very unintelligent person, and that money is the only reason she attends college. This makes a lot of sense to me. I can't rationalize anything other than a low IQ letting someone believe telling lie after lie after lie will pan out in the end. Returning to that taser, if you've gone through the Discord logs, you know she's incredibly fond of it. So it should come as no surprise that on 26 July 2021, Bella was arrested in Queens, New York for criminal possession of a weapon in the 4th degree, which means a weapon less than a gun. Her court case is August 15th. As for why New York, her parents are obscenely rich and she travels a lot. So you've got to imagine this genius actually tried flying out of LaGuardia with her taser in hand. Next item. A lot of people have asked for information on the members of what I term Bella's cult. First, yes, I know it's technically not a cult because there's no religious aspect, but I prefer not to say cult-like group every time to refer to a gang of deviant sadists who cook with menstrual blood. Next, I want to clarify that, as I suspected in my first video, the gentleman named Avery Bella spoke so extensively and cruelly of was someone she was trying to incriminate with her sadistic imagination. He was frequently the target of her secret recordings. He's totally innocent. And with that, you've pretty much heard everything about all of her associates we know of already. There's just Amangadali Alan Awabu and Lewis Hers. Pretty sad. Lewis is Bella's best friend, whom she actually hates. The most reliable website in the world, Wikipedia, suggests his scientific taxonomic designation would be fagstag or fruit fly, given that his side of his friendship with Bella is to sate his starvation for female attention. You already know that she and Awabu have been poisoning him with estrogen, but I wouldn't be tempted into sympathy for him. He's every bit as fond of animal cruelty as Bella, just a little more cowardly. His apartment was the primary site of their abusing goober and torturing hamsters to death. He has an odd affinity for white nationalism despite being Indonesian, and an odd hatred of transgenders despite loving dressing like a girl, so there's clearly something going on there. His defining characteristic uniting him with Bella is definitely his corporophilia. Awabu is from Nigeria and the clear number 3 in the group. He appears to simply go along with Bella's whims, not fetishizing animal cruelty, but by his admission, he'll be present when they torture animals and do nothing to stop it. Make no mistake though, he's very loyal to Bella, and he supports her plan to blame Zoe for everything their group is responsible for. A rich white girl and two non-white pawns. There's some joke to be made about the American Democrat Party in there, but let's move on. A lot of you have asked whether I'm aware of how powerful Bella's parents are and questioned my safety. To answer the first part, yes, I've probably done more research than anyone else into her father, actually. But I haven't and won't talk about them because there's no evidence that they are aware of or have enabled their daughter's actions. I'm hoping it stays that way. And in regards to my safety, it's not in my nature, but if me losing everything is what it takes to make sure no one is unguarded around Bella again, so be it. Last and least, at least one of you thinks I'm bullying Bella about her poor chess skills. I merely call it as it is. I ran her best game through a Bayesian ELO calculator, and she's simply not good, particularly for someone who defines her intelligence through the game. By the way, Commie Dick Girl took on Dick, Gunt, and two sycophants whose names I can't recall on Gunt's kill stream, and she honestly annihilated them for their short-sighted, idiotic attempt to try to turn the ILJ issue into a matter of politics. I'm not just saying that out of bias. She truly did rout them, and it was impressive. I'd say to watch it, but wait until someone hosts it elsewhere with some transformative content first. And yes, that coward has blocked me and is officially running from a sanctioned fight with me after we met a stipulation together. Raise your hand if you're surprised.